Welcome back to the Football Heritage. Back again. Ah, we are here again, and let's talk football. Everything football. International break is over. Back to club football. International football is absolutely boring. It's a bore fest. I don't enjoy it. I barely watch international football because most of the game, most of the games are absolutely boring. So I don't watch international football like that. And let's talk football. Let's look at few things. Let's discuss few things today. And let's talk a little bit of football. Let's look at Steven Gerrard. It is. I'm here to give my opinion because when it comes to comparing schools, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, and Lampard, it is all about opinion. So I just want to give my opinion on who is better. Stevie G, Scholes, Gerrard, and Lampard. First of all, the three of them, they were all great players. They were all world class. All three of them were world class. And Lampard was a prolific goal scorer as a midfielder. So let me first of all talk about Frank Lampard Jr. Frank Lampard, he started his career at West Ham United, where he played alongside Rio Ferdinand and the young Joko was emerging from the West Ham Academy. At that time, they also had Michael Carrick. So Frank Lampard played with Rio Ferdinand at West Ham. They both came from the youth system at West Ham United. Frank, he scored 24 Premier League goals for West Ham United in 148 games. He also spent like half season long on Swansea City before moving to Chelsea 2001. Frank Lampard joined Chelsea from West Ham United. He played for Chelsea between 2001 to 2014. 13 years. So he spent most of his career at Chelsea, where he scored 147 goals in the Premier League for Chelsea. He scored 147 goals. That's a lot as for a midfielder, but he was the penalty taker. He was the one who was taking the penalty at Chelsea. The strikers were not the penalty taker, it was Frank Lampard. He spent one season at Manchester City, where he scored 6 Premier League goals before moving to New York City to play for New York City FC, where he played 29 games in the Major League Soccer and scored 15 goals. So overall, league goal, he played 647 league goal with 193 league game, and on 193 league goals scored. He He made his first cap for England 1999. His last cap in 2014. So that was 15 years playing for England. 106 game, 29 goals scored. So Frank is the current Coventry manager. He was manager for Derby County, Chelsea, Everton, and now he's the manager for Coventry. So he was a good midfielder that scored a lot of goals. He always arrived late in the box to score. And he won the Premier League with Chelsea Football Club 3 times, 2004-5, 2005-6, and 2009-10. He won the FA Cup with Chelsea 4 times, 2007, 9, 10, and 2012. He also won the Champions League with Chelsea in 2012. And he won the Europa League in 2013. So, and he won 3 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cup. So, he didn't win anything with City. And if you look at his career, he was a good goal scorer, but he was not the type of midfielder that could dictate the play in the middle of the park. He couldn't dictate the game. He couldn't run the show of any game. He couldn't. But arriving late in the box to score goals, that was his thing. So when it comes to goal scoring, I think Lampard was the best among the 3. So let's look at Gerarrd. Let's look at Steven Gerrard. Gerrard started a career at Liverpool in a youth career, played for Liverpool. The only European team Steven Gerrard played for was Liverpool. Many teams, including Man United, Chelsea, Real Madrid, they wanted to sign Steven Gerrard, but he refused. He always wanted to play for his boyhood club. And he made of 504. He played 504 Premier League games for Liverpool, 120 Premier League goals scored. He took a lot of penalties also for Liverpool. And he started playing for England in 2000 and 2014. So he played for England for 14 years. Frank Lampard did for 15 years. 114 games for England, 21 goals for England. Frank Lampard also scored more goals for England than Steven G. But Steven G was the man at Liverpool. He could do everything. He could tackle, score goals, dictate the play. He could do everything in the middle of the park, Steven G. And he also coached Rangers, Aston Villa, and Al Ittihad. Those were the clubs he coached. And Laura, he never won the Premier League. Steven G never won the Premier League title, but he won the FA Cup with Liverpool Football Club twice. In 2001 and 2006, he won the FA Cup. And Steven G also won the Champions League with Liverpool Football Club in 2005. So those were the 3 major honors: the Champions League and 2 FA Cups. So when it comes to when it comes to collective award achievement at club level, Frank Lampard won 3 Premier League titles. They both equal when it comes to Champions League. They both won 1 Champions League. Frank Lampard won more FA Cup than Steven G. And Steven G also won the Super Cup, the UEFA Cup in 2001. Frank Lampard too won the UEFA Cup once, so they are tied on that. So when it comes to collective achievement in club football, Lampard achieved more than Gerrard, and Lampard scored more goals than Steven Gerrard. But Gerrard, he could do everything in the middle. I don't think Lampard could ever be a defensive midfielder or a box-to-box midfielder. No, excuse me, or defensive midfielder, or Steven Gerrard could just do everything. Lampard couldn't. Lampard role arriving late in the box, he was very, very good at it. This is why, apart from scoring more penalties, this he scored more goals because he knew exactly when and how to arrive in the box to just score goals. So the last of the three, let's go to Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes, one man club. He started playing for Manchester United youth team. He made his way up to the first team, played 499 Premier League games for Manchester United, scoring 107 goals. So both Gerarrd scored 121 goals in the Premier League. Paul Scholes just a few goals behind Gerarrd, but Scholes never took penalty. This is why Frank Lampard scored 147 Premier League goals for Chelsea. Scholes never took penalty. He was not a penalty taker for Manchester United. He was not. And Gerrard was the penalty taker for Liverpool, and Lampard was the penalty taker for Chelsea. So that's the difference between the three. Two were the penalty taker on their team, and the other one was not a penalty taker. So obviously, you expect those other guys to score more goals than Paul Scholes. And for England, Paul Scholes, he actually just played for England for 7 years, from 1997 to 2004. He retired soon to concentrate on Manchester United. 66 cap for England, scoring 14 goals in the process. But when it comes to laurels won in the game, Paul Scholes won more laurels than Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard combined. Because Lampard, as we all know, Frank Lampard won the Premier League 3 times, Steven Gerrard 0. Paul Scholes won the Premier League title 11 times. 11 times. So the 13 Premier Leagues that Alex Ferguson won, Paul Scholes was part of 11. The first two, 1992, 93, 93, 94, Paul Scholes was not in the squad at that time. So he missed the first two. But the last 11 title won by Sir Alex Ferguson, Paul Scholes was part of it. So he won the Premier League title 11 times. Only Ryan Giggs won more Premier League title than Paul Scholes. So when it comes to winning the Premier League, Paul Scholes is on another level. He achieved better than Gerrard and Lampard. Paul Scholes won the FA Cup 3 times. He also won more FA Cup than Gerrard, but Lampard won more FA Cup than him. And he won the Champions League twice. He won more Champions League than the both of them. Lampard once, Steven G once. And if you look at Paul Scholes, he was someone who was dictating the play. He was the dictator. He dictated the play in the middle of the park for Manchester United. If you listen to a lot of players that play against Paul Scholes, people that play the game, people that went up against Scholes, people like Zinedine Zidane, and you look at the great Barcelona side, Xavi, Iniesta, and all the greats, when they are asked this question, who was better, Scholes, Lampard, or Gerrard? All the great players that play against them, every one of them said Paul Scholes. Because the way Paul Scholes used to dictate the game, the way Paul Scholes used to run the show. So for me, in my humble opinion, with Paul Scholes' achievement, apart from Paul Scholes' achievement, the eye test, what you see with your eyes on the pitch, among the 3 of them, on the pitch, control the game, diagonal passes, Paul Scholes ran the show in the middle of the park than the other 2. So in my opinion, Paul Scholes was a better midfielder than Lampard and Steven Gerrard. He won more than both of them, and he also controlled games, the end of them. And if you listen to all of the greats that play against them, they will all tell you Paul Scholes. You ask Thierry Henry, tell you Paul Scholes. Zinedine Zidane, Paul Scholes. Xavi, Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes. And more than Paul Scholes is the only one that could play in that Spain national team because the way he played football, total football, he was the only one. So in my humble opinion, Paul Scholes was better than the three. So we now move to the second one. We are here to talk football. Let's talk football. The international break is over. It was boring. I don't enjoy international football. The game is played at a slow pace. So we look at Josh Weah against Samuel ETO'0. Who's better? Josh Weah or Samuel ETO'0? Josh Weah, he won the Ballon d'Or. Nobody can take that away from him. The only African player ever to win the FIFA World Best Ballon d'Or in 1995. That's a great achievement. But at club level or international level, he didn't achieve as much as Samuel ETO'0. You look at Josh Weah, the trophies he won. The trophies he won at club level is not as compared to the trophies that Samuel ETO' won. Josh Weah won the French League with Paris Saint-Germain once, 1994. He played in the French League from 1988 to 1995. He played first for Monaco. He played for Monaco. He won the Coupe de France, which is the FA Cup, equivalent to the English FA Cup. He won the Coupe de France 1991 with Monaco. So he left Monaco, he went to Paris Saint-Germain. He won the French League with Paris Saint-Germain in 1994. He also won the Coupe de France 93 and 1995 with Paris Saint-Germain. Then 1995, he transferred to AC Milan. At AC Milan, Josh Weah won 2 Serie A titles in Milan. 1995-96 season, and his first season in the Serie A, AC Milan won the Serie A title, and 1998-99 season, they won the Serie A before Josh Weah was loaned to Chelsea in 2000. He went on a half-season loan to Chelsea in the final year of his contract because Andrei Shevchenko arrived in the summer of 1999 for Dynamo Kiev that limited Josh Weah playing time. So in January 2000, he was loaned to Chelsea in the Premier League. And at Chelsea, Josh Weah won the FA Cup in 2000. So he won the Coupe de France with Monaco one time, 2 times with Paris Saint-Germain. But he won 3 league titles, 1 in France, 2 in Italy. That was his achievement. And I also, Josh Weah, he won the Ballon d'Or. The world best at that time, they were now together. He won the Ballon d'Or. He won the world best title in 1995. And for the Liberian national team, George Weah went to 2 African Cup of Nations in which Liberia failed to qualify from the group stage in any of those Nation Cup. In 1996, Liberia went to South Africa. They didn't qualify from the group stage. And in Mali 2002, Liberia also failed to qualify from the group stage of the African Cup of Nations. So, George Weah in Italy, for AC Milan, George Weah, he played there for 4.5 seasons. And league goals, George Weah played 114 games in the Serie A. He scored 46 goals for AC Milan. 103 games in the French league. He scored 47 goals for AC Milan, for Monaco, excuse me. And 96 games in the French league for Paris Saint-Germain. He scored 32 goals. George Weah 7 league games for Man City, 1 goal. 11 league games for Chelsea, 3 goals. And 19 games in the French league for Marseille. George Weah scored 5 goals, equivalent to the total goals 134 goals, 350 games. That's like 0.38. Every game, 0.38 goal. That's the ratio for George Weah. And he played in the French league for 7 years. He never won the Golden Boots in the French league. Italian league, he also didn't win the Golden Boots. His best season ever in the Italian league, he scored 13 goals in the Serie A. So, 46 goals in about 5 years. So, on an average, George Weah scored less than 10 goals a season in the Serie A. And for the Liberian national team, George Weah, he won absolutely nothing. So we now go to, before we go to Samuel Eto'o, let me say one more thing. Like total club goal in entire club career, George Weah scored 193 goals. Total goal in entire club career, 193 goals in almost 500 games. So we now go to Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o, as a young player, went to Real Madrid Academy. He was at Madrid Academy. After that, he was loaned to Leganes. But before he went to Leganes, he played 3 games in La Liga for Real Madrid. He didn't score in those 3 games. He was loaned to Leganes in the 1997-98 season, where he scored 3 goals in 28 games in La Liga. He went to España, didn't play at all. From there, he went on loan to Mallorca, where he played 13 games and he scored 6 goals. After that, in 2000, Real Madrid sold him to Mallorca, where he played another 120 games in La Liga and scored 48 goals. After that, in 2004, he transferred to Barcelona. At Barcelona, where he played alongside Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o played 144 games in the La Liga for Barcelona, scoring 108 goals. In the 2009 summer, he left for Inter Milan, where he played 67 games in Serie A for Inter Milan, scoring 33 goals. In 2011, he left for Anzhi Makashkala in Russia, where he was the top earner during those times. He played 53 games in the Russian league, scoring 25 goals. Then 2023, he went to Chelsea, 21 games, he scored 9 goals. The following season, he went to Everton, where he played 14 games, scored 3 goals. He left May season, went to Sampdoria, playing 18 games, 2 goals. Left from Sampdoria 2015. He transferred to Italia Sport, 76 games, 44 goals. He left From there, he went to Konya Sport 13, 6 goals. Then he last team 2018-19 season played for Qatar SC 17 game, 6 goals, where he scored 293 league goal total. 293 league goal. And Joshua league goal 130. Let me make sure I don't want to guess. Weah 134 league goals in European football. Samuel Eto'o 293 league goals. That's a huge margin. So the reason I'm doing this comparison, if you're comparing two players, the comparison is not just one era you do the comparison. Goal scoring wise, who was better, winning individual award and collective achievement, who was at the top, who stayed at the top for long. So all those one we count everything. So Samuel Eto'o's, let's look at Samuel Eto'o's individual award for Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. The best play he finished in the Ballon d'Or was third play, where he finished behind Ronaldinho and Frank Lampard. Third play was the best position in the Ballon d'Or ranking for Samuel Eto'o. So even as that's an achievement to be recognized as the third best player in the world. But I go to this guy led Mallorca to the Copa del Rey, the King's Cup, which is the FA Cup in England. And he won the La Liga with Barcelona 3 times. He won La Liga with Barcelona 3 times. He won the Copa del Rey with Barcelona 1 time. He won the Champions League with Barcelona twice. He won the Serie A with Inter Milan once. He also won the Copa d'Italia, and he also won the UEFA Champions League, the FIFA Club World Cup with Inter Milan. And when the Cameroon, he won the Olympic gold medal in 2000 with Cameroon, winning the African Cup of Nations twice with Cameroon, 2000 and 2002. So, when it comes to winning trophies, Eto'o won more trophies than Josh Weah. Josh Weah and Samuel Eto'o, he won the Champions League 3 times. Josh Weah didn't win the Champions League. Samuel Eto'o also won more league titles than Josh Weah. He won the Champions League 3 times. Josh Weah didn't take any team to the Champions League final. He also won Golden Boots in the Serie A. In the La Liga. Josh Weah, he won the Champions League Golden Boots once, but he never won a league top goal scorer, whether it's the Champions, is the Serie A or the French League. Josh Weah never win top goal scorer in Serie A or the French League. So, and when it comes to individual award, Samuel Eto'o won more African Player of the Year than Josh Weah. Josh Weah won the Ballon d'Or. Samuel Eto'o achievement in the Ballon d'Or rating was coming 3rd place. So Josh Weah edged Samuel Eto'o when it comes to Ballon d'Or. Josh Weah won the world best title. Samuel Eto'o only managed to finish 3rd place. So Josh Weah won him in that. But Samuel Eto'o had a better football career than Josh Weah because he won more than Josh Weah, both club and country. He achieved more than Josh Weah, achieving both for a club's team, and he achieved with Inter Milan. He also achieved with Barcelona. Even Mallorca, he achieved with Mallorca. And he also won the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon. Josh Weah played in 2 African Cup of Nations And Samuel Eto'o is the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of the African Cup of Nations. That's a great feat. Josh Weah also, he didn't lead his nation to the World Cup, so he gets 0 World Cup goal. So when it comes to that place, Samuel Eto'o edged Josh Weah playing in the World Cup, scoring in the World Cup, African Cup of Nations all-time goal scorer, achieving with the national team. He also edged Josh Weah. He achieved with them. He won the African Cup of Nations twice with Cameroon. He also won gold in the Olympic, Sydney 2000 with Cameroon. So only one era, Josh Weah, the world best. And when you are comparing players, the comparison not just one place. And if somebody wins the Ballon d'Or, it doesn't mean that person had a better career than somebody who didn't win a Ballon d'Or. I'll tell you, for example, Thierry Henry and Michael Owen. Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or in 2001 when he was playing for Liverpool. Thierry Henry never won the Ballon d'Or, but Thierry Henry had a better career than Michael Owen. That's a fact. Go and check it out. Henry had a better career than Owen. Even though, and if you look at when it comes to Pava Neve and Xavi or Iniesta and Xavi regarded as one of the all-time great, better than Pava Neve, Xavi and Iniesta on the all-time great list. You ask any football pundit, you ask those that play the game, Xavi against Pava Neve or Iniesta against Pava Neve, will tell you Xavi or Iniesta was a better player than Pava Neve. But Pava Neve won the Ballon d'Or. So winning Ballon d'Or doesn't make you absolutely better than somebody who didn't win a Ballon d'Or. That's my argument. Winning Ballon d'Or is one thing. That's the greatest achievement in football, individual achievement in football, winning the Ballon d'Or. But that doesn't mean if a guy doesn't win a Ballon d'Or, then you have a better career than a guy who didn't win a Ballon d'Or. No. It doesn't mean like that. So this is why I say Samuel Eto'o had a better career than Josh Weah, because Samuel Eto'o achieved both for his country and his club. He achieved the biggest trophy in European football, club football. The biggest trophy in European club football is the Champions League. Samuel Eto'o won the Champions League 3 times with 2 different clubs. He won back-to-back treble with 2 different clubs, in Barcelona and Inter Milan, and playing a pivotal role in winning those championships, those back-to-back treble, scoring in 2 Champions League finals. Samuel Eto'o, he scored in 2 Champions League finals. 2. He scored in 2 Champions League finals. Josh Weah never take anything to the Champions League final. He didn't. He didn't take anything to Champions League final. Samuel Eto'o scored in 2 of the 3 Champions League finals he played. So, in my opinion, you can have your opinion. I will respect your opinion. But this is my opinion. I have reached to the verdict, having analyzed both players. Look at both players' laurels they won in a game. Look at their career. The teams they play for. Everything they won, Samuel Eto'o fees. I reached to the final verdict in my court as the power is vested in me as the judge of this court of public opinion. In this court where I preside as the everything, I declare that Samuel Eto'o was a better footballer than Josh Weah. That's my opinion. You can have your say, and I will also respect your opinion. It's my opinion. I look at what the 2 men won, and I went for Samuel Eto'o fees. I think Eto'o had a better footballing career than Josh Weah. Josh Weah is regarded, he is my number 2 when it comes to The greatest African player ever. The greatest African player ever. My top 5 as of now. And I'm not including players that stay playing the game. It can change. My top 5 can change when those players when they retire. So my top 5 greatest African player of all time, Samuel Eto'o. What he achieved and what he did, I think Samuel Eto'o is the greatest African player ever to play football. He achieved both with his club teams and with his national team. And Josh Weah, for winning that world best title and the way he was performing in Europe, the only thing I get against him, he didn't win enough to be my number 1. So Josh Weah is the second greatest African player of all time. That's my number 2. My number 3 in our list of the greatest African player of all time will be Didier Drogba. My number 3 will be Didier Drogba. And I'm not naming any player I didn't watch. So I'm not calling Roger Milla name. I didn't see Roger Milla playing. I'm only naming players that I saw playing with my own eyes. So I'm not naming any player. Any player I didn't see did not make my list. So Didier Drogba, what Didier Drogba, the man for the big occasion. This is the reason why I respect Didier Drogba. He was the man for the big occasion. Drogba scored in almost all. If my memory can set me right, he scored in every FA Cup final he played in. Every FA Cup final Didier Drogba playing, he scored in everything at Wembley. What he won, he single-handedly won the Champions League for Chelsea. Without Didier Drogba, Chelsea would have never and ever won that first Champions League in 2012. So, to take a club team single-handed, even George Weah couldn't take any European team to Champions League glory. But Didier Drogba took Chelsea to Champions League glory. So this is the reason why he is number 3 on my list. Didier Drogba is the 3rd greatest African player ever. The 3rd greatest ever. And 4th on my list, player that I saw playing, 4th on my list is Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure. This guy in the Premier League 2014-15, around that time, 13-14-15, he was unplayable in the Premier League. Yaya Toure. He was a beast in our city squad. He was a beast, unstoppable. The guy, a very huge midfielder, but with the ball, the way he used to bust the midfield and ran past people, that was crazy. He also won with the Ivory Coast. He won the African Cup of Nations with the Ivory Coast. And the only African player ever to win, the only African player ever to win the African Player of the Year 4 times consecutively. He won the African belt 4 times in a row. To win the African best player 4 times in a row that nobody has ever done before. Not even Josh Weah, not even Abedi Pele, none of them. This is the reason why Yaya Toure is 4th in my list. The former Ivorian midfielder, Yaya Toure, 4th place. My number 5 in our list, I will go with, because I saw the end of the career, so this is why I'm going to make him 5 on my list. Abedi Ayew, commonly known as Abedi Pele. I go with Abedi Ayew. Abedi Ayew is number 5 on my list. Abedi Ayew is one of the greatest players ever to play on the continent. One of the greatest players ever from the continent of Africa. Abedi Pele, he won the Champions League with Olympique Marseille. Before Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League, Marseille was the only French club to win Champions League. The first French team to ever win the Champions League. And he also won with Ghana. He won the African Cup of Nations with Ghana also. So I saw the end of his career. So this is the reason why Abedi Ayew is 5th greatest African player ever. So, my top 5, as I said, number 1, Samuel Eto'o' from Cameroon. Number 2, Josh Weah from Liberia. Number 3, Didier Drogba from the Ivory Coast. Number 4, Yahya Toure from the Ivory Coast. And number 5, Abedi Ayew Pele from Ghana. Those are my top 5 greatest African player ever. Okay, let me give you my top 5 best player ever in the world. My top 5 greatest player ever to play the game. Player that I didn't see, they're not part of the conversation. Pele is not part of my conversation. Breaking Bread, Maradona, none of them part of the conversation. I'm only talking about player that I saw playing football. If I didn't see you, you are not part of the conversation. My top 5 greatest player ever to play football. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's my opinion. You can go with Messi. I have no problem. Either of them can be number 1. But for me, I prefer Cristiano Ronaldo. That's my opinion. If anyone go with Messi, it's okay. He can also be number 1. But my preference is Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 1. What he has achieved. The greatest goal scorer. Score more goal than any other person. What he achieved for Portugal. Portugal have won nothing before Cristiano Ronaldo. Every achievement Portugal have right now is because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Before Ronaldo, they won absolutely nothing. So Ronaldo is the one that made Portugal to win something. And he is the one that have made Portugal to be well-known nation. Cristiano Ronaldo, everything he has won, the greatest goal scorer in the history of the Champions League, the premier club competition in world football is the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo scored more goals in the Champions League than any other player. Cristiano Ronaldo scored more goals for a country team than any other player scored for their country. Cristiano Ronaldo scored more goals in world football than any other player scored. Cristiano Ronaldo, he has the higher assists in the Champions League. This is why when people say Cristiano Ronaldo is selfish, I just laugh. How can a guy get a higher assist in the Champions League than you call him selfish? Can a selfish man get more assists in the history of the Champions League? No, not possible for a selfish man to get more assists in Champions League than any other person. That is not possible. He has more assists than any other person in the history of the Champions League. And he won a lot of Champions League. He won a lot of Champions League with 2 different teams. They were at Manchester United, went to Real Madrid. Real Madrid all-time goal scorer. They were at Real Madrid also. Won various golden boots. Number 2, Messi. One of the all-time great. He could be number 1. And he is number 1 for a lot of people. And that is understandable. Anybody name him number 1, I will not argue. That's all I said from the beginning of the conversation, that either of them can be number 1, but I prefer Cristiano Ronaldo. So Messi, with everything he achieved, not to talk much about his achievement, he achieved almost everything in football. And he has God-given talent. Number 2 is Messi. My number 3 is Zinedine Zidane. Football made simple. This guy, Zizou, he made football look simple. First touch, Zinedine Zidane first touch, best first touch ever I have seen in my lifetime. Zidane, Berbatov, Mahrez, those are my top three when it comes to first touch. No matter how you pass the ball to Zidane, Zidane made that pass, even a difficult pass, look simple. With everything Zinedine Zidane won, winning a World Cup, the Euro with France, scoring 2 goals in a World Cup final, Champions League with Real Madrid, winning Serie A with Juventus, playing key role, winning the Ballon d'Or 3 times. This is why Zizou, football made simple. I enjoy watching this guy. The way he made the game look so simple. He first touch, absolutely out of this world. This is why Zizou is third place for me. And fourth, Ronaldo Nazario de Lima from Brazil. Injury ruined his career. This is why I don't put in like second or first. Because I don't want to hear somebody telling me, oh, if it were not for injury, he was going to win. Well, yeah, granted. But he didn't win. So I cannot put him first or second. He didn't. So what he actually did, club football, he failed miserably. He won 1 league title in his entire career in Europe. 2002-03 season with Real Madrid. That's the only league title that Ronaldo Nazario de Lima won in his entire career in Europe. He never won a Champions League. So he won a World Cup twice, nearly 4, where he was just sitting on the bench. He was not really involved. In 2002, he played a crucial role in showing that Brazil won a World Cup. He was their star man at that World Cup. So this is the reason why for winning with Brazil, I put him full. If you are not one with Brazil, he will not even be in my top 5. But this is the reason why I put him with, because he had a raw talent when he burst on the scene at PSV Eindhoven in Europe. He had a raw talent. 1 season with Barcelona, scoring more goals, won the Pichichi, the top goal scorer in the La Liga last season. He also came back in the La Liga to play for Real Madrid, winning the Golden Boots, also playing for Real Madrid. But he was not disciplined enough to get that longevity in the game, even though injury hurt him a lot. But he was not also disciplined like people like Cristiano Ronaldo. If he was disciplined like Cristiano Ronaldo, he was still on in the game, but he didn't. Before the age of 30, he was already done. So there was no longevity. The reason why Messi and Ronaldo, they are the best because, they stayed very long time at the top. It's very hard to be consistent for over 15 years doing one thing. So Ronaldo Nazario de Lima is 4th in my list. 5th player, Ronaldinho from Brazil. Ronaldinho, the great entertainer. This guy, even opposition fan, cheer for him. This guy, I remember around 2004-05. This guy got a standing ovation at the Santiago Bernabeu when they defeated Real Madrid 3-0. He scored twice in that game. When he was substituted, he got a standing ovation for an opposition team, especially a Barcelona player at the Santiago Bernabeu, to get a standing ovation. That's different. Ronaldinho, one of the likable football players that even other people who didn't even support Barcelona used to like him, because he was a great entertainer, won the Ballon d'Or twice, won the Champions League, won the World Cup, scoring a great goal in the quarterfinal against England, where he was later sent off in second half. Ronaldinho is 5th on my list. So before I go, let me just name you my top 5 again. First play, Cristiano Ronaldo. Second play, Lionel Messi. Third play, Zinedine Zidane. Fourth play, Ronaldo Nazario de Lima. And fifth play, Ronaldinho. That's my 5. So if you're not here, Diego Maradona name or Pele name, Frank Beckenbauer name, I didn't watch them playing live. So I only name people that I saw playing. If I didn't see you playing, you cannot make my top 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, please do subscribe to my channel. The link is in the description. I will be here tomorrow again for us to talk about football. Please do subscribe. And anybody want to join the live tomorrow anytime, you can leave your email or your WhatsApp number right in the comment section and I will contact you later. So please do subscribe. You guys can have a wonderful day. Peace. I'm all here.